This is your First Alert Weather Breakdown, a deep dive into how weather works with meteorologist CJ Cartledge.
Good morning, everyone. I'm First Alert Meteorologist CJ Cartledge here, back on the KSLA First Alert Weather Breakdown for today. Happy Tuesday, everyone. I hope you guys have had a great morning so far. I hope you guys brought the umbrella out out the door as you're heading out to work or to summer camp, or wherever you may be doing on this Tuesday in July 8th, that is, if you forgot the day by any chance. But I'm here on the First Alert Weather Breakdown talking to you about some pretty interesting topics for today. We're going into the rainy forecast that we can expect throughout the week, actually, as you can see here. And also, we're going to be talking about the full moon that is going to be in full display on Thursday night, July 10th, which is actually my birthday, believe it or not. But I'm going to go into those topics as we move into this episode for today. So, in first order of business, we're going to go right into the forecast for the Arklatex for today here. And as you can see, we are looking at mostly cloudy skies above our heads here and some haziness in the background, as you can see here, which is just deflecting that sunshine just a little bit for this Tuesday morning. We are seeing mostly cloudy conditions across the area as of right now as well here, and we are going to be seeing the potential for widely scattered showers and storms as we move through the daytime hours, or at least through the afternoon hours for today. Here's a look at First Alert Doppler radar. Cloud covers mostly covering the north and western half of the Arklatex. South and eastern half still seeing some sunny conditions down there, but maybe a couple of isolated showers already beginning to develop down near Natchitoches Parish and near Sabine Parish and County, as well as near Panola County. Mainly the southern half of the region is seeing those isolated showers, and in some areas in the northern half as well. They're mainly just very brief showers that are out and about right now, which is why you would need that umbrella as you walked out the door for this morning here, and especially through the daytime hours. Here's temperatures right now. We're already in the 90-degree mark near Shreveport and Bossier. Very close to where our high will be for today, just before the rain showers or the potential rain showers that may hit us here in the Shreveport and Bossier area and around all areas around the Arklatex. 83 near Marshall, 84 near Carthage, 81 near Center down to the southern portions of the region, around 90 for Bienville, and around 86 for Natchitoches over to the far south and east as well. 88 already near Texarkana for the same for Magnolia over to the far north and eastern corner of the region in southwestern Arkansas. And in terms of feels like temperatures right now, we're already feeling like the triple digits near Bienville over here in the far eastern portions. It feels like the upper 90s near Shreveport. It feels like the 80s still near Longview. 98 for Texarkana, 96 up there near Idabel. Still, we're still feeling that high humidity, and the dew point temperatures are definitely well in the 70s as of right now here, which denotes that feels like temperatures are a little bit higher than those actual temperatures, close to 10 degrees higher than the actual temperatures to be exact here. But here's a look at the rain chances as we move through the next couple of hours ahead. This is actually for tomorrow, so let me look for where the rain chances are for today. There we go. We're back on track here on the KSLA First Alert Weather Breakdown on our Tuesday. As you can see, for rain chances, I'm going to move myself out the screen here so you can see the full picture. We're expecting rain chances to rise even higher as we move through the afternoon hours for today, at least for Shreveport and Bossier. In terms of Texarkana, we're expecting a very similar trend with a spike in those rain chances by the time we hit the afternoon, mainly because of those widely scattered showers and storms that are expected through the daytime hours for today. But they're expected to diminish, but not diminish entirely as we move through the overnight hours heading into our Wednesday here. We're expecting a very similar trend, just a little bit later timing for those near Natchitoches Parish, and they may also see an isolated shower or two through the rest of the morning hours as well. Now, next order of business, we're going to go right into future track. As you can see with future track, we're seeing maybe a couple of isolated showers across the region. It's not denoting every shower and storm out there with future track, but it's doing a pretty good job denoting that there's some things out there across the region here. As you can see with future track and through the rest of the morning hours, we should see more isolated showers begin to pop up around the Arklatex before becoming almost numerous showers and storms that would be expected by the time we hit the afternoon hours. As you can see with the southerly outflow boundary coming in from the south, meaning southerly. that could bring some more rain showers to areas around I-20 as we move towards the early evening and into the overnight hours as well. This is why rain chances will remain slim but not zero heading through the overnight hours on our Wednesday. Going into our Wednesday morning, we should see the chance for an isolated shower to remain here in the Arklatex, most likely in the northern half of the region, though, which will hold the bulk of the rain potential through the next 7 days here, just to be exact. As you can see with the afternoon hours on our Wednesday, we should see more isolated to scattered showers and storms develop in the southern half of the Arklatex, mainly coming in from the south and west and diminishing by the time we hit the evening hours on our Thursday. And as you can see, moving into Thursday morning, we're expecting mostly clear conditions out there. Not too bad of any rain chances, but we are expecting rain chances to rise slightly as we move through the afternoon hours on our Thursday. As you can see for the flooding risk today, our Tuesday, we're expecting a slight risk for flooding, which is level 2 out of 5 on, or 2 out of 4 on the flash flooding risk scale. So make sure to always remember, turn around, don't drown. That means that if you see flooded waters ahead of you and you're driving, make sure to turn around, try to find an alternate route that you can take because you do not know how deep that water is, and you do not want to get your car stuck and you will have to evacuate on foot. That would just be a worst case scenario. But make sure to turn around, don't drown, and always keep that in your head when you're encountering flooded waters or flooded roadways. And as you can see, moving into our Wednesday, we're not expecting much of a flood risk, but I could expect that the Weather Prediction Center may put a marginal or slight risk for flooding as we move into tomorrow. But as we move into our Thursday, it's not much of a flooding risk as well, but rain showers are definitely still possible. And with the isolated to scattered rain showers that are possible, they could promote the threats for heavy rainfall and flash flooding, even though you may not see it here on this screen. Here's a look at our rain chances for the next 5 days. We are expecting rain chances to rise a little bit higher as we move into our Wednesday and Thursday of this upcoming work week. I can tell that Evan bumped up those rain chances due to the amount of confidence that we have here at the KSLA First Alert Weather team or Weather Center that we will receive rain showers. It's around a 50 to 60% chance for Wednesday and around 40 to 50% chance for our Thursday coming up. And as we move to Friday, conditions may get a little bit cooler, or not cooler, but a little bit drier. That's the word I was trying to find there. And that typical summer pattern looks to return back into the Arklatex with high heat and humidity. Temperatures are expected to rise back into the mid and upper 90s with the slight rain chances remaining. It's going back to more isolated types of showers and storms, more hit or miss type of showers and storms there as we move into our Friday, Saturday, and our Sunday of this upcoming work week. Here's a look at the rainfall potential. It's pretty much scattered with rainfall amounts up to 1 inch, possibly even higher than that in some localized areas. I'm going to move myself off the screen here so you can see more of the Louisiana portions of the Arklatex, or more of the Louisiana portions of the Arklatex and Louisiana portions of the state outside of the region here. We could see some localized areas get upwards of an inch of rainfall here for the region, especially for areas near DeQueen or just south of DeQueen, and areas north of I-30 as well. Overall, may get around an inch of rainfall through the next 7 days, starting today. And for areas between I-20 and I-30 could receive a good amount of rainfall, and even the rainfall amounts for areas south of I-20 have increased with the latest update as we saw for today. In terms of highs for today around the region, we are expected to rise only into the mid and upper 80s, in some areas hitting the lower 90s. We've already hit that high for, this is actually highs for tomorrow. It's expected to rise into the mid and upper 80s and lower 90s for some portions around the region here. I'm going to grab the highs for today here, as you can see. Expected to be a tad bit warmer than what we can expect for tomorrow, but still it's going to be below the average. We're going to see below average conditions as we move into our the middle of the work week for this week, which is mainly on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of this week that we are now in. 91 for Shreveport today, 91 for Texarkana. We already 1 degree shy of where the high is for today, so we could possibly get a little bit higher than that. It just depends on when we receive those rain showers. Once we receive the rain showers, the temperatures are expected to decrease, and we'll get farther away from where the high is expected to be for today. 88 for Minden, Homer, and Ruston. 89 for Winfield, Natchitoches, Coshada, Mansfield. 88 for looks to be around Manny. Same for Nacogdoches in southern eastern Texas. As low as 85 up by Idabel in the far north and western corner of the region here. Highs for tomorrow, I'm going to show that once again. We're expecting slightly cooler conditions for the eastern side of the I-20 corridor near Minden, Homer, and Ruston. Looks to be a little bit warmer conditions up there near Idabel and the Queen. Still expected to hit that 90-degree mark for Shreveport and Bossier potentially, but I could very well see temperatures get lower than 90 degrees or remain lower than 90 degrees, still below the average for this time of year as we head into our Wednesday, and potentially on Thursday we could see warmer conditions out there across the Arklatex as rain chances slightly diminish. Heading into the next 5 days, as mentioned before, that heat and humidity is expected to return into the Arklatex with highs only reaching the lower 90s and mid and upper 80s out there for our Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we could see that heat and humidity return to the region here. And in terms of the humidity factor, it's expected to not remain touched here, still remaining in that oppressive range, borderline oppressive and sticky for our Tuesday. Still high humidity, as you saw with the temperatures and the feels like temperatures as of right now. So still high humidity for today. Even higher humidity than that as we move into the rest of the work week and into our weekend, remaining oppressive. So that means dew point temperatures are forecasted to be in the 70s, which makes our feels like temperatures more than 10 degrees or close to, or more than 10 degrees higher than the actual temperatures out there. So if we see highs in the 80s, or if we see highs in the 90s, we can expect feels like temperatures in the upper 90s, if not the lower triple digits. If we expect temperatures in the upper 90s, as what is forecast to be, we may go under some heat advisories as feels like temperatures may reach above 105 or close to 110 degrees out there, so which is definitely harmful for those sensitive groups out there like the elderly or people who are sensitive to high heat and humidity. In terms of the heat risk potential for our Tuesday, not looking bad. It's only minor heat and humidity as we move through the daytime hours today, but we're getting some good relief from the high heat and humidity with the rain showers that would be possible. Make sure to keep that umbrella handy. I cannot enforce that enough. Moving into our Wednesday, we are expecting very similar conditions with the temperatures mainly rising into the low to mid to upper 90 or mid to upper 80s, and lower 90s out there. But heading into our Thursday, we could see some more orange colors, which denotes denotes that it may be a hard time for those elderly or people who are sensitive to high heat and humidity. For those in the areas just outside of the Arklatex and some in East Texas as well. Heading into our Friday, that orange range or orange color grows across the Arklatex. We're moving into Saturday. We're expecting a same coverage area, and the same for Sunday with a little bit higher coverage area. We may even see some red colors, which denotes that most areas, most people will have a hard time staying outdoors for prolonged periods of time. Make sure to continue to drink plenty of water and stay hydrated, number one, as mentioned before, and continue to wear sunscreen and try to take breaks when you're outdoors for prolonged periods of time. As we move into the start of the new work week, we could see some purple colors down there in the southern portions of the state there near New Orleans and near Alexandria too. But here in the Arklatex, we won't be seeing many purple ranges there, thankfully. But we could see some reds out there denoting the major heat risk potential for our start of the new work week here. But this map always changes, so we'll give you updated looks at it as we get closer in time. Here's our temperature outlook for the next 8 to 14 days. We are expected to remain above the average for this time of year for the next 2 weeks at least here. We are experiencing below average temperatures, but with the temperatures that are expected through the rest of the week and into next week, we're expected to remain above the average on average of those temperatures that we can see through the next 2 weeks ahead. For our precipitation outlook, we're expected to remain above average in that department as well, but slightly above the average as you can see that light green color denotes very close to that below average range, or pretty much on the line, so pretty much won't be noticeable. We'll still see the slight rain chances as we move through much of this summer. In terms of the tropics, no chance of development is expected through the next 7 days here. It's remaining mostly quiet. There are showers and thunderstorms out there, but nothing much alarming. That is alarming to the National Hurricane Center to bring about any types of warnings or any types of areas of potential development out there across any portions of the Atlantic Basin. Here's our 7-day forecast, though. We're expecting 50% chance for rain, which it means that it's a good chance that it will rain out there. So make sure to keep the umbrella handy throughout our Tuesday, Wednesday, as well as our Thursday coming up, with temperatures lowering to below the average for this time of year. Temperatures reach back into the mid and upper 90s heading into our Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Bringing back that high heat and humidity that we've been seeing since the start of this summer season is expected to remain as we move into the start of the new work week here around the Arklatex, with that typical slight rain chance for this time of year expected to return by the time we hit our Friday and through the weekend and into next week as well. So coming up after the break, we're going to be talking about Thursday's full moon. We're actually going to be seeing the full moon in the sky later on this week, and we're talking about some of the details about it and what you can expect to see in the sky, as well as will we be able to see it. Mainly because of the afternoon showers and thunderstorms that we have when by the time frame of when peak illumination will be. We'll be finding out all those details. I'll be telling all of those details coming up right after this quick break. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We're reaching to the time frame where the next full moon is coming up. It will pretty much appear just like how you see on the screen here in the sky later on into the evening hours. Of course, it's expected to reach peak illumination at around 3:30 in the afternoon here in the Arklatex, but that may be clouded, or that may be obstructed by the cloud cover that we can expect by that time frame. So I'm gonna give you a quick look at future track on Thursday, just to show you exactly what we can expect on that night, just so you guys will be able to see the bright moon in the sky there. So it's expected to repeat. It's expected to reach peak illumination at around 3:30 p.m. in the afternoon on Thursday. We'll most likely be dealing with the afternoon showers and storms by that time frame. It's actually named the buck moon, named after bucks who grow their antlers during this time of year in years past here. It's expected to rise in the southeastern sky. So if you look towards the southeast and the sky, you should be able to see it rise here, especially by the time it reaches peak illumination at around 3:36 p.m. in the afternoon. And it's expected to move across the southern sky or along the horizon as a full moons usually move along the horizon. It's expected to move in the southern sky towards the south and west. It's setting in the west here. This is pretty much the same as where the sun rises. Sun rises in the east, sets in the west. The moon is expected to rise in the southeast and set in the south and west. So make sure to get out there and look, especially if you're not dealing with any types of rain showers. Hopefully, you won't be dealing with any types of rain showers by that time frame here. But yeah, that's pretty much the details on the buck moon that we can expect here. Here's a full list of the 2025 full moon names this year. This is not actually going to be a super moon, as what some of you may be expecting or some of you may be asking about. Our July moon won't be a super moon, but I believe October, November, and December of this year, those full moons may be super moons where it may appear bigger and brighter in the sky. So what we have next coming in August, next on the 27.5 day cycle, is the sturgeon moon, and then we have the corn moon, then we have hunter's moon in October. In November, we have the beaver moon, and we also have the cold moon that is going to be shown in December here. So yeah, that's pretty much what's going on here around for the Arklatex in terms of full moons. And make sure to get out there and enjoy it. Let's actually take a quick look at future track and what we can expect in terms of cloud cover by that time frame. If I may, okay, there we go. Okay, moving into Thursday during the early morning hours. I'm going to move myself off the screen here. During the early morning hours, you could see some cloud cover out there. And actually, it may appear big and bright in the sky on Thursday morning as well. It just won't appear as full as it may be until Thursday afternoon towards the evening hours as well. As you can see, moving through the daytime hours on our Thursday. This is the reason why I didn't go too far out in future track. We have a little bit I wanted to show you as of right now. We can expect those afternoon showers and storms. Here we are at around 3 o'clock, 3:30. We could see those showers and storms still remaining around the Arklatex. So it would be pretty hard, if not obstructed by the cloud cover. It would be pretty hard if it was, of course. But if not, we may be able to see it over in the southeastern sky as it's rising and reaching peak illumination up in the sky there. But as we move towards the evening, around 6, 7 p.m., still dealing with the isolated to scattered showers and storms out there. 8 p.m., around when sunset will be, we should see mostly around a couple of isolated showers still remaining here, as you can see with future track. But this is expected to change, which is why I'm using these words very loosely. I'm trying to find the loose words to use because these are not going to be actual conditions on where these rain showers may be. It's only a forecast. But by the time the sun sets, we could still see an isolated shower or two around the area, but most areas could be able to see the sturgeon moon in the sky here, especially as we move through the rest of the evening and into the overnight hours. We're expecting mostly clear skies across the area as well, moving into our early Friday morning. And you'll be able to see this buck moon or the full moon for July until we hit the early morning hours on our Friday. So make sure to get out there and enjoy it, or make sure to get out there and see it. Snap a picture. If you do snap a picture, make sure to send it to us here at the at KSLA. You can send it to us on. You can just look up ksla.com/weather and share with us here at the KSLA station, and we'll possibly have them shown on air of the 2025 buck moon for the month of July, though. So that's pretty much what wraps up this episode for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure to tune into the buck moon on July 10th during the evening hours, as it will be most likely seen out there in the sky. And make sure to have a great rest of your day. I almost dropped something in my hand. But as you can see, if you have anything else you want us to talk about, make sure to email us at weatherbreakdown@ksla.com. Or you can message us on Facebook at KSLA First Alert Weather Team, and join us on weekdays streaming at 10:30 a.m. I will not be on the podcast for tomorrow, Thursday, or Friday of this week. You may catch me again on either Monday or Tuesday of next week. I'll be taking some time off, but make sure to have a great rest of your day and the great rest of your week as well. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the KSLA First Alert Weather Breakdown once again. I'm meteorologist CJ Cartledge, and have a great rest of your day. Stay dry, stay cool out there, and once again, have a great rest of your day.